that consider the motion. Now, this is a document from the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs Legislative Section. It is written to the Lok Sabha Secretariat. It says that the Secretariat is requested to include following item of the government business in the list of business of the Lok Sabha for Wednesday, the 20th of August, and Thursday, the 21st of August. For the 20th of August, that's tomorrow, the list includes the Constitution 138th Amendment Bill 2025, the Government of Union Territories Amendment Bill 2025, and the most important one, the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Amendment Bill, and that's going to come tomorrow. Apart from, of course, the online gaming bill, what is important is that the government of India, the Modi government, seems to have decided that it is going to bring in or restore statehood to Jammu and Kashmir with this bill. That's something which we need to look at, because the language does not by itself clarify that this is a bill being brought in to restore statehood, but it seems like momentum is building in that direction, and the Modi government bringing in a bill to restore statehood of Jammu and Kashmir on the penultimate day of the monsoon session of Parliament. That's really significant. And this is going to change the dynamics on the ground, both in Jammu and Kashmir. And we have seen the kind of politics that were panning out over the issue, with the Congress party carrying out protests in Srinagar, and Omar Abdullah, the chief minister, not missing out on any opportunity to stress upon the fact that he was helpless given the kind of arrangement of subjects that was there in the truncated state and the union territory. Now it seems that while the state was reorganized into two union territories in 2019 after the abrogation of Article 370 and Article 35A, now the union territory of Jammu and Kashmir is all set to regain its statehood, going by this document, which perhaps we can put on air also, because this is essentially a communication to the Lok Sabha Secretariat from the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, its legislative section. This is big, this is massive, this is huge. I have that. And this essentially means that the Modi government is delivering on its promise made to the Supreme Court. Remember, this was part of an affidavit while the issue was being heard of the abrogation of Article 370 on the restoration of statehood. And the Modi government in the affidavit had said that subsequent to holding of elections at an opportune time, the statehood would be restored to the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Now, whether this is exactly the statehood bill is something that we have to see, because the document says that this is about amending the Jammu and Kashmir's Reorganization Act 2025. That's what it says. The Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Amendment Bill. Now, the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Bill was in 2019, which had bifurcated the then existing state of Jammu and Kashmir into two union territories, one the Jammu and Kashmir, the other Ladakh. And now this amendment is again being brought in, which possibly can restore statehood, elevate the union territory back to its status as a state, and that's going to be a big political statement being made by the Modi government of the kind of confidence it has in itself and its handling of the situation of Jammu and Kashmir, coming as it does in the backdrop of Pahalgam terror attack, which was a big one, and a subsequent Operation Sindoor, in which our armed forces completely decimated the terror factories operating out of Pakistani soil, even debilitated or gave a debilitating blow to Pakistani armed forces insofar as their capacity for any counter strikes are concerned. So I think this is not just a national statement of confidence, but this is an international projection of confidence by the Modi government that they're going to bring in a Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Amendment Bill tomorrow in Parliament, in the Lok Sabha. That's what it says, that the bill has to come in the Lok Sabha, because it's been requested of the Lok Sabha Secretariat to bring it back. If we can get some voices, we will. If we can get some voices, we'll take this story forward. And and look at the possible implications of what it means for the people of Jammu and Kashmir. This essentially is Modi government's statement, and that situation is normalizing. The Modi government is confident about the political process, and the government of India is making a statement to the rest of the world also that we are so confident of normalcy in the state of Jammu and Kashmir that, as promised to the topmost court of the country, the statehood is going to be restored in case of Jammu and Kashmir. We had, in fact, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who was speaking to some reporters in Parliament. He said maybe something big can happen. If this was that big thing, then obviously it is actually the Modi government making a big statement there. I believe we have okay, we're trying to get some reactions lined up on this very important development that we are breaking at this hour, which is that the Modi government has requested the Lok Sabha Secretariat to include in the legislative agenda a bill which is called the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Amendment Bill 2025. In fact, along with this, another bill that's coming which could be relevant to this is the Government of Union Territories Amendment Bill 2025, which means Jammu and Kashmir being a union territory, that aspect of the Union Territories Bill is also to be amended. And then it's also bringing the Constitution 130th Amendment Bill 2025. Those three bills combined together could be leading us in the direction of restoration of statehood of Jammu and Kashmir, and that's what seems to be building up for tomorrow morning 11 a.m. when the Lok Sabha meets on the penultimate day of the monsoon session. We had Home Minister Amit Shah introduced the abrogation of Article 370 and 35A and the State Reorganization Bill in 2019, and obviously these 2 or 3 bills related with the restoration of the statehood to Jammu and Kashmir are going to be introduced by the Union Home Minister. Okay, I think we're getting a BJP reaction on this. Oh, there is no reaction coming in from the BJP, obviously, because this is a matter of parliamentary privilege, and they would let the bill be introduced in the House and then take it from there. And then, of course, so essentially it's going to be over to the Parliament proceedings tomorrow at 11 a.m. when the Lok Sabha meets, that these 3 bills are to be introduced And on 21st of August, the same communication says that the Lok Sabha should consider any item of government business carried over from the list of government business for Wednesday, which means the government has effectively reserved both Wednesday and Thursday, that's tomorrow and day after, for okay, we have in fact Imran Dar, spokesperson of the National Conference, the party in power in Jammu and Kashmir, joining us over the phone. Very good evening to you, Mr. Dar, and you would have seen this development, a communication from the Parliamentary Affairs Ministry to the Lok Sabha Secretariat asking for inclusion of a bill which is called the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Amendment Bill 2025 to be introduced in the Lok Sabha tomorrow. Is it your sense also that this is going to restore statehood to the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, and in that a major demand of the National Conference is being met?
I think we are actually going towards what we were expecting in this monsoon session, and it's a welcome development, and we are hopeful that the promises that have been made by the Honorable Prime Minister and the Home Minister on the floor of the Parliament will be realized tomorrow. And this is a demand that is not confined to National Conference. Every individual, whether from Jammu and Kashmir, are looking forward for restoration of statehood, because this has been promised to us, and we're expecting that we'll get our statehood back tomorrow.
All right, that's the first reaction coming in from the National Conference, which is the ruling party, of course, in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, which might look up to becoming the state again if the bill that's coming tomorrow is exactly about that. And the government manages to pass over the next 2 days, the last 2 days of the monsoon session of Parliament. Seems like a strategic move there by the Modi government, a statement of confidence, not nationally, but internationally, in the political process that's been going on in Jammu and Kashmir in the backdrop of Pahalgam terror attack and Operation Sindoor. With that, we're still in a short break. Coming back on the other side, the debate. All right, we have a reaction coming in from Farooq Abdullah. Can we go to it? Okay, we had connected a phone line, but that